Okay, I wanted to clear something up, and I don't have my headphones on me to make the sound quality better, so I apologize. It's probably going to sound horrible. But nonetheless, I want to say I messed up when I was doing this. I wasn't approaching it from a physics standpoint when we were talking about it, so I wanted to make sure we talk about it from a physics standpoint, where velocity, how they're defining velocity in this problem, is, again, positive means you're just either traveling away from your house, which would mean a negative velocity, which would mean you're traveling towards your house. But the idea is down here, at this point, whatever that is, even though it's a negative velocity, it's still a speed. You're still traveling at a speed. So let's call it negative 11 miles per hour. So here at 4, we're traveling at negative 11 miles per hour. But how fast are you traveling? 11 miles an hour. So if they ask you, over what periods are you, I think your question asks for speeding up. Okay, use the word speeding up. So when are you speeding up? So that's asking you the question of, when is your velocity getting bigger? Or the absolute value of your velocity is greater than or equal to 0. So as we go from here, or the change in it, the change in your velocity. So you can see as you're moving along your graph, as you go from 40, from 0, we're going down. Our velocity is decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. From one moment to the next, we're always going down. But what happens here is, you can imagine, now we're going into negatives. So think of it as the absolute value. From here to here, we'd have a bump. It would now be facing that way. So now my speeds, and I'll work off the original graph, but it's easier to think about if you reflect it. My speed was now 0. At the value of 2, my speed is 0. At the value of 4, my speed is now 11. So everywhere between there and from 2 to 4, my speed gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm speeding up from the values of 2 to 4. And then where am I decreasing from? And then is there anywhere else I'm speeding up? Well, after 4, I'm now decreasing. My speeds were at 11, now they're at 10, now they're at 9, now they're at 8, now they're at 7. So I'm going to be decreasing my speeds until I reach 6. And then from 6 until the end of our graph, 8, I think, is where we're defined for your problem. Or maybe not. It might just be infinity. Yeah, so just depending. From 6 to infinity, be speeding up. So therefore, slowing down would have a very similar idea. Okay, so for slowing down, where was I? We are slowing down from 0, because our velocity was high, and then it's slowing down until 2. So we're going to slow down from 0 to 2. And then here's the one little piece that I need to clarify here. We're slowing down from 0 to 2. 2 gets a parenthesis, because at 2 we're at rest. You can't include that value, and it would be confusing if we had brackets on. We're speeding up at 2 and slowing down at 2. That makes no sense. So anyway, long story short, parentheses. Now, the one thing your book's going to do is they're going to put a hard bracket on the 0, and here's the reason why. The function really is a parabola. We know where it's coming from, so it would keep going. And the domain is defined to be of t being greater than or equal to 0, and since and up to let me look. And then it has no upper limit, so no upper bound. So therefore, it's greater than or equal to 0. So because we're at 0, and we know this graph is a cubic, and it was decreasing at that point, or if you think about the slope of the tangent line, it was negative. We were slowing down, so they're going to put a hard bracket on that, saying you can't include it because our time starts at 0, and it's a less than or equal to 0. So we're going to include that as the decreasing for slowing down. And then of course the slowing down continues for the other portion. Let's turn this all off. So then the slowing down would continue from here at 4. Now our speeds were at negative 11, and now we're continuing negative 10, negative 9, negative 8, negative 7, negative 6. We're slowing down up to the value of 6. So therefore we're going to slow down from 4 to 6, and those will both be soft brackets. They'll both be parentheses. So the only hard bracket that's going to sneak in there is the 0, and it's because of the domain definition. We're going to do more of this after we take our derivative mastery, where we'll do some problems like this, but you're getting the big idea, so I hope it's helping. And I apologize if I haven't said it already. The reason we can't use the acceleration, the idea of acceleration, is because they've defined it like a physicist, where negative acceleration has a meaning. We're just talking about speeding up towards the ground versus speeding up away from the ground. So therefore, it's easiest, I think, to look at it from the velocity standpoint and think about the absolute value of your velocity. So our values are going down, they're decreasing, they're decreasing, and then at this point, the absolute value says they are increasing, so therefore, we're speeding up and slowing down. Let me know. I hope this helps.